Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Stable Condition.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Hey. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Wow. That little by little, that enthusiasm is getting just a teensy bit better. That's what I've come to expect. I'm so proud of you.
We're so tired because we stayed up watching movies last night.
It's true.
You watched, what was it, Young Frankenstein and what else?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, that's right.
That's so good.
That's an interesting combo.
I wanted to show him Moana, but no.
Oh, God, yes. You need to see Moana.
It was either Moana or Young Frankenstein, and he chose Young Frankenstein.
Honestly, Moana's going to be on there for quite a while, so...
That's true.
I want to give a chance to
That's
show him.
true. And especially since they took down Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Anyways, so back to ponies. So today...
Ponies is also on there.
Yes, well, that's not going anywhere.
No, fun fact, if you go you stick on random movies and TV shows, it'll play random music except for My Little Pony. Play the fucking theme song. It's like literally, because I showed them Bronson, one of my favorite movies, and it started showing like a kind of trailer that they developed.
Yeah.
And I was hoping they get to hear his voice because Cam believes that's where I got Stage Diver from.
Okay.
Because of how I think it's Tom Hardy. I can't remember who it is that plays him in that. But he talks a lot like Stage Diver. And I was like, okay, you should be able to hear something. And it's just random ass music that has nothing to do with the movie. Yeah.
It's weird.
Okay. So, yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and interestingly enough, I think today is when First Impressions draws to a close.
Thank God.
Oh, come on, you know you liked it.
No, it always felt redundant to me.
And it's the same thing as... well, never mind. I'm not going to get into it.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Okay. Well,
Since we're sending it off pretty much, I might as well shoot my little fire arrow into its slow canoe so it can burn a place.
that's some lovely mental imagery.
Yeah. Just imagine a little thumbnail with its little arms crossed.
Sealed over his chest. Go in peace. But I'll be honest, I've had fun with First Impressions since we've been doing it. It's very reminiscent of our Pony the Interruption panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one needs to die too. Let's send another fire.
No. That one's too much fun.
Except this time it'll be everyone in the convention room just with their arms like this on a big ass boat.
Go in peace.
All two of them.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, Bab's gone. We had like 2 or 3 people.
We draw a nice crowd most of the time, though.
Midwest, dude.
No, Midwest was great.
Oh, yeah.
And no, I thought BabsCon had a pretty decent crowd.
No, we didn't have that many people, dude.
No, we didn't have many people for Stable Condition. We had a nice
That's
crowd
the more
for...
important one.
Well, you're getting your panels confused then.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. So, anyways,
So what
yeah.
happens when they stick you down the end of a hallway where there's no cell phone reception?
What are we doing today, Clayton?
We are going to give our final first impressions, and it's going to be off of the Equestria Girls special, Mirror Magic.
Q.
Oh, yes. I can't make a David Bowie song out of that.
Good job. So, yeah, this is going to be the last first impressions for a while if we ever do bring it back for whatever reason. But,
We can't. That bitch is burning.
So, let's just leave it on. This will be the last first impressions for quite some time. Happy? Thank you. So, yes, it's for Mirror Magic. Do you have your timer ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2...
I started it.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what? This is by far, for obvious reasons, my most favorite Equestria Girls special.
You're being biased.
Even though it has the worst villain.
You're being
That is true.
time.
Let's go ahead and address that.
Let's end.
Let's address
What
that
else
real
was
quick.
the
Good
worst
lord, this villain is terrible.
You thought Sunset was bad.
I am
boy.
so happy this is coming from you.
Oh yeah.
Actually, let me rephrase my earlier statement I said to Dewie over here.
Hmm.
I said that basically that makes Sunset look like Glimmy Glam. No, it makes Sunset look like fucking Adagio.
Well, they're both pretty.
So literally, she
amazing,
grew
so.
like maybe 10 feet tall and was just waving to people. I'm like,
She's blowing kisses to people.
Yeah,
I made
okay.
a small
It's like
male
I like
child cry like a baby.
well, it's like I like the idea that, you know, what physically happens to the mirror really affects, you know, whatever that purgatory place
The
was.
Mirrorverse.
The Mirrorverse, yes. Like, that's a cool touch, but it's like, Juniper.
Baby. What's wrong?
No, there's no baby. It's just sit down and shut up.
Jennifer, just...
You were telling me a story about you had a friend in high school who would literally have a mirror and do that.
Brandon. I'm not joking. He would literally have mirrors upon mirrors in his pockets whenever one would get confiscated.
He just said he's look at himself.
Yeah.
He's a narcissist.
That's...
And also a damn good actor.
Again, if it works, it works.
Again, he didn't do this for acting purposes.
I
He did
know.
not do this again to character.
But hey...
He just really loves
Hey,
his
no,
face.
I like to think the fandom had really rejoiced today because we finally got interactions between Starlight and Sunset, which is something I have been dying for.
Both
Which
And,
isn't canon.
Both
And-
in pony form and in
and it was glorious.
magnificent.
Those two are...
Super adorable.
Those, exactly. Glamour killed me in this. But then again, she always
It's
does.
not something you hear every day.
That face, though.
Which one? There were many great...
You know which one.
I know. God, I
I
love
saw
Glamour.
that face whenever it was released over in, what was it, Poland?
Poland, yeah.
Owen.
I was like, yes.
Yes.
This pleases me.
Well, the first thing I saw was that GIF of Starlight hopping up and down. I was like, that is one of the cutest things I have seen all year. But yes, this was the Equestria Girls special I was waiting for. The first two
Me too.
were either or good.
You got what you want in all three. You shut up.
Hey, I didn't get Sunset and Pony.
Let him have this!
Let me have my moment, please.
I still love Sunset not being used to going back as a pony. She's literally trying to pick up the book with her hoof and just like, oh, wait a minute.
Which they've shown that they can pick up things with their hooves, so...
So
Continuity.
they don't have thumbs.
They have a magical thumb.
Rambo Dash has a thumb. It's terrifying.
Well, she's had.
Oh yeah, that animation error. That's creepy. But no, this was aside from the really, really, really bad villain.
Not only that, did anyone think whenever she was standing there in pony form like this, she looked like a construction worker with that?
I had that. I got that impression too. All that was missing.
Bucky was probably like, I understand.
Hey
what Tim
Trixie,
wants her.
later on, can you Photoshop a hard hat on that?
Yeah, totally.
Yes,
Can you also Photoshop a giant wrench?
Sure.
the golden
Wrench
one.
of all four?
Can it be a golden wrench?
No, that's his golden wrench.
It's true.
Well, then this is the gold wrench of
What
2006.
if I make it red?
Yes.
Yes.
Gold wrench, red aura.
No.
No.
Their magic is red now.
It's my golden ring.
Just like blood.
Why would she have your gold? You know, this is off topic.
Exactly.
No, this was a great special, but yeah, god awful villain.
Yeah,
What the
orange
thing
deal.
is, like, I think she's really cute in her normal form, but then she gets like really ugly. It's like,
Oh, also, God, Pinky gave the best line in this whole thing. Wow,
Which
we
made-
are a really forgiving group.
Yeah, which Starlight is a liar.
No,
She
she's not.
only gave half.
That's not
what she
lying.
did.
That's just not giving the full story.
she didn't want to. She didn't want to be like the worst out of the bunch. So I gotta give myself
Or do you
some
mean
room
the
here.
best?
No, he needs the
But no, I like how once again it's a crusade for Starlight to come here and redeem somebody else.
And you had a little bit of a PTSD in this episode.
Oh yeah, the ice cream scoops falling. You've never had that happen to you. It's heart wrenching. Jay thought it was chocolate.
I know.
I'll never forget.
I'd be more broken up if it was vanilla. Because vanilla's best flavor.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
right, it is.
I would have been inconsolable if it was vanilla.
Although, if it was butter, or if it was pralines and cream for me, I'd be like, oh god.
Cookies and
I'm gonna kill
Time's
myself now.
cookies and cream. I'd probably have to move away. Yes, great special. Just really bad villain.
It's really awesome.
Shame it wasn't longer.
Yeah, I could use more shim.
I could use more glam.
Of all of those, I think that one should have been the at least like.
That was the shim and glim
Uh,
power hour.
But now we know where she goes whenever she's not in an episode.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Well, she did stay for the Daring Do premiere.
You know, she's got to be like, what is this moving picture and how can I get more?
It's like I only see these in books. Oh my god.
These books are moving now. Well, I mean, it's already canon. They have cameras in Equestria.
And then she probably went batshit insane and then tried to take over that world.
Just
Why we haven't
just
seen it.
because.
Yeah.
All right. So since we're staying on the topic,
Glimmer finds the flags.
oh
I
my
have to
god,
add addendum to my original idea for the next movie. So,
she really is best
Glimmer
character.
Glam comes in, finds the flags right before Dajo can bite their necks and drain them of their magic.
Glimmer in turn bites Adagio's neck and drinks her blood.
No, that's not how it works. No, that's Sonata that does that. See, she's actually the real villain. She played dumb. So she bites into the neck of Adagio to gain that power, and then Arya's just there being Arya.
Arya's just there like, whatever, I'm the leader now.
And then Sonata turns into Revi, and then they're all fucked.
Yeah, Revi 2 hands.
Oh yeah, that's right. I still can't get over that. You've got Sonata doing that super cute, it's Taco Tuesday, and then you've got Remy swearing like a sailor.
Revi.
Revi.
Did I say Remy?
Yes.
Whoops.
Revi.
Revi.
Killing anyone she sees.
Marika, don't ever change.
She's awesome.
Blue Jays suck. Anyways. So, now we're doing our full-on review of the first Equestria Girls movie.
The one I barely remember.
There hasn't been a new episode aired recently, so
yes,
we're just gonna
not over here at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
just gonna go back to the.
I mean, we could go to Australia for this, but that costs money.
It does. So yeah, actually, that's a good point. We're gonna go ahead and give you a little update how these
we have to flip upside down for that.
How these next few weeks are gonna go because season 7 is still in a hiatus and we're out of Equestria Girls specials now. What a note to end on. We're going to go back and touch on the Equestria Girls movies in the meantime.
Since it makes sense as Equestria Girls specials.
Yeah, it makes sense, and also it helps us with our countdown to BronyCon.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, it's really close.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I forgot we were going.
I am so... It's really funny how it's gotten to the point where, yeah, we're obviously extremely excited, but at the same time we're also like, oh, shit.
Oh yeah, we are going to that.
Well, yeah, I'm extremely excited, but I just know there's so much we gotta do before
It actually counts
then.
down perfectly.
What does?
That will be releasing the last episode we're doing for today will release on the 5th of August, the week before.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So, and we will probably take a week off while we'll be at BronyCon.
No, we don't do an episode of BronyCon. We gotta do an episode of BronyCon.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that episode won't be ready until we come back.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Unless we want... Actually, no. If Trixie brings his MacBook and all that, if he wants to edit the footage together, we could just upload stable conventions.
Maybe.
And then we still have the episode, but they still get an idea of what we're like.
That's fair.
And why I shouldn't be a main character.
We'll cross... Look, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's cool.
So first Equestria Girls movie.
I'm sorry, like, real quick, that is so cool that this lines up so nicely.
You're welcome.
Implying that it's you who did that.
Don't make me put a bullet in your heart. I'm the main character here.
So yeah.
You're the villain.
The first Equestria Girls movie.
There was a lot of hubbub going around with that movie.
We talked about it before, but before we start with Equestria Girls, let's go into what the fandom was like before.
A trip
This is
into the before times.
Season 3 just ends.
Oh
Yes.
wait, that was that really good season finale.
No,
a lot of people didn't like it. Actually.
Oh really?
Tibor,
I wonder why.
I'm so happy you're being
Larson to thank.
He's dead. The end.
But no, back in for you youngins, back in the day that finale got a lot of mixed reception.
Back in those days, I had to walk 15 miles to see the next episode.
There.
And then 15 miles back in the snow.
To get vape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another 15 miles to get back home.
You either loved it or you hated it. And I had myself a little watching party with some friends whenever that came out, and that was the same thing. You either loved it or you hated it.
That's the thing. It wasn't like that for me. I was in between because I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this because it's their first attempt at a musical episode.
Yeah.
They did not do the best job, in my opinion.
Do you remember?
Much better later on.
Do you remember the rumor that spread around after that from that point on every episode was going to be a musical episode?
No,
I didn't hear about that.
It was a very, very weak rumor that died very quickly, but
Lord, that would kill Danny.
yes, it would. But no, that's what it was. A very brief rumor, but it did float around for a little bit, but quickly squashed.
Yeah,
Also,
It was like, that's dumb.
13 episodes instead of 26.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of forget the reason why too.
I thought
It's because of Equestria Girls.
Oh.
That's right.
Team.
I thought it was for.
That's why I always, as I said last time, equated to Uncharted and The Last of Us.
I like how we're giving a lot of backstory before we get into this.
Well,
it's necessary.
It was a big deal.
No, it's very necessary.
4 years ago.
Because you gotta remember, we also got to see those pictures of them just standing there, and was like, ugh.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was our first taste of it ever, and right there and then, I did not like the character designs.
Like,
DWK.
yeah, I was gonna mention DWK. Was it his episode where he was talking about why he was an analyst?
What?
He mentioned seeing the designs for Equestria Girls, and how if I remember correctly, he didn't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember.
I think it was from that episode where he finally put down the thing of he's not an analyst.
Yeah, because he got sick and tired of people calling him
that. If you
that.
can find that and put that link in,
so
people can see that.
Wasn't that his review? I'm so sorry. Wasn't that his recap of the first Equestria Girls movie?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Was it that video where he's...
No, because I'm pretty sure it was that, because he was saying, you know what, I watched these to have fun, and I had
It was the one
fun.
where he was wearing like the horse head. That video.
Oh, yeah, you're right, it was that.
Yes, I provided. I provided a link to that in an earlier episode on this.
Yeah, we can provide it again.
Make ponies fun again. Yes, great video. Love it.
Yeah,
really good.
That's
but
right.
a lot of people hated those designs, and they thought it just didn't look good.
Well, I think part of it is also.
But then they saw the fucking dolls. And thank God we have
it's so much better by comparison. Is like even now. Those dolls look like Bratz dolls dunked in paint cans.
Mm-hmm. It was one of those things where I didn't like the designs either, but when I saw the movie and I saw them moving, you
didn't care.
You get accustomed to it real quick.
You do, and I think I mentioned this on a previous episode. My first time watching this movie was in the back of a packed car on the way home from Destin, Florida. I had my little iPad and I was watching it on a low quality bootleg, but I could still watch it.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, my first time I was watching on Netflix when I was pretty much out of ponies because of GCC. A little backstory for if we have any new listeners. I used to be a part of a pony podcast called Grand Cancel Cavalcade, and it was an adult My Little Pony podcast. That seriously led me out of My Little Pony. Because it was all pony drama. Literally, for our New Year's episode, we had an episode where we talked about our favorite artists of the year.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I've told this on here, but we got artists emailing us, telling us that we're full of crap because we didn't add them onto our list, and this was just a personal list for each of us. And then we had a list for artists we thought that should, learn anatomy and try to get better. Little Miss J was at the top of that. It was constructive criticism.
There you go. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And just after all of that, I just stopped. It wasn't worth it.
This really is the most background we've given before review.
Well,
this is kind of like
This is a monumental thing.
No, I get it's just funny. It's this is kind of a discussion within a.
Yeah, because this is literally what got me back into ponies.
Then there was not going to be this kind of thing for the other Equestria Girls movies.
Well, okay, real quick. Let me propose this as a quick little amendment just a change. Because you had a topic you wanted to do. Do you want to do that for the next episode? Because this is, I know it's
both work, so we can, because there's really not a lot we can say about the topic I gave. We can kind of put them two and two together. It's literally the one I gave is just a quick topic.
Sure. I asked because this one, what we're on right now, because we give a review then a discussion, but right now it seems like we're doing a discussion then a review.
We can sandwich it.
That's fine. It's just this topic is really fascinating me. I feel like it might actually be a while before we talk about the Equestria Girls movie. But no, this is a fascinating topic.
Yeah, it's what got me back into My Little Pony. And if it wasn't for me seeing that, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
I think I told a story. No, I did. I told a story on the last episode about how couple of years ago at A-Fest, I was talking to some guy, really nice dude and everything. He had just become a brony. I think he joined the fandom a couple of months prior to that, and he told me about how his first taste of anything pony related was the first Equestria Girls movie, which was the first case I had ever heard of this, because most people watch the show, then they see the movies. No, he went for the first movie, and then he watched the show, and I was like, that's very unique. And, there's probably a lot of other people out there who have done that. But he was definitely the first that I met. And it was a case that fascinated me.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, looking back on it, wasn't the best movie, but it still got me back into it.
Mm-hmm. It did its job.
It showed that Twilight of the Wings wasn't a big deal.
It shouldn't be.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Well, see,
The
here's...
only thing I dislike about the Equestria Girls movies is they constantly refer to her as Princess Twilight.
So...
When they're friends, it should just be Twilight.
Yeah. But, you could kind of...
It makes sense now with, like, them being two Twilights around. Kind of be able to differentiate them.
I just feel like real Twilight. Not side
You can kind of...
Sci-Twi, I love that name.
Yeah.
You can kind of consider this a bit of a confession of sorts, but it's true. That was the, like, after Magical Mystery Cure and the introduction to Equestria Girls, that period of time, that was the only time in the 5 years I've been in this fandom where I was truly scared. Like, I was genuinely worried that this was going to be such a big drama bust that it would break everything apart.
Was that your first drama in the fandom that you were...
The one I was a part of, it was the first big one because it had such a split in it. And I really did think, I don't want to say this is the end, but I thought it was going to be a huge difference that was going to hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
So while I enjoyed Magical Mystery Cure, the days and weeks following it, I was extremely worried. I was extremely worried about what was going to happen to us. Like, would this lead to so many arguments that... Because everyone was, like, already saying terrible things about Equestria Girls because they only had those designs to go off of. And that's the thing you can say about this fandom is a lot of times people do not like... Well, this can be said about anything. People,
like change.
They don't like change. So when you introduce not one, but two changes right off the bat, Twilight getting wings, and these new character designs that kind of came out of left field, it's natural that some people are going to react to it negatively.
Yeah, because I can guarantee if she wouldn't have gotten her wings before that, it wouldn't be a big deal.
I don't think it would have been as big of a deal.
No, I don't think it would have been a big deal at all. People are like, oh, it's just a spinoff. But you gotta remember,
because
clip her wings,
that's disgusting.
all that stuff.
But yeah, it was...
If it wasn't for her becoming a princess and the season being basically cut in half, because that's another factor.
That's true. Yeah. So then that's three things.
Change.
Half a season, quote unquote. Twilight becoming a princess, and
humans.
Yeah, because I think we can all agree on that. Is Twilight becoming an Alicorn princess? That is a mark of a change in era of the fandom.
Oh yeah.
I've even heard people refer to it as, and I quote, the Great Schism.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, because that's what I was afraid. I knew it was going to cause a split, but I was so worried that the split was going to be too big that we couldn't recover from it.
Right.
I mean, obviously now 5 years later, I'm like, look, we've had drama of all sorts. Now I'm pretty sure there's nothing that's going to...
Twilight's been on Alicorn longer than a unicorn now.
I know, and whenever I had that, whenever I figured that, because I kind of put that together a little bit, I think around season 5 or so, I was like, holy shit, this time next season, she's going to have been a princess longer than she had a regular unicorn. And it was like, it's such a cool, wow.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people are also pissed off because it changed up the dynamic of the show. Mm-hmm. Because there's two unicorns, 2 Pegasi, and 2 Earth ponies.
Yeah.
A lot of people were really ticked off about that too.
I mean, yeah,
but now it's balanced to where there's 2 unicorns, 2 Pegasi, 2 Earth ponies, and 1 Alicorn.
Yay!
Did you
Trixie isn't in that.
Did you ever see this pic?
It's not Trixie and Starlight?
No.
Oh.
There was this...
Then who's the other one?
I'm gonna kill you.
There was this picture that I thought was so funny. It was called Team Wings, and it's Pinkie Pie and Applejack sitting on the ground looking sad. They're up in the sky, and it's Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, and Rarity with those wings from Sonic Rainbow, and they're doing a giant magical middle finger down to them. It was so just the name Team Wings was all you needed. This giant purple middle finger.
Oh man, I remember that.
It was. I'm gonna look. Hold on. Let me make a note of that. I'm gonna see if I can find the Team Wings picture because it was so funny. Hang on. Let me see. Yeah, if I can find it, I will absolutely provide it.
Yeah, but I think we've given enough background.
Yeah, basically...
We should go ahead and go into the actual movie.
Yeah, okay. So, So yeah, first time again, huge change of pace.
Yeah, it was like such a big change of pace. They actually did for the anniversary special for the comics, Shimmy Sham's background.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But remember, a lot of people went into this thinking they were going to hate it.
Yeah.
Like this, I think a lot of people were going to use this as their justification of, oh, see, this is the end. This is terrible. It's like, yeah.
End of the fandom.
Again, that's a topic for another day I want to talk about also. Is people's fascination with the end of the fandom. Because I think that in itself can be a topic, but we'll do that later.
Yeah.
Now, so, yeah, the movie itself, like I said, first time watching it, wasn't the best quality, because iPad, headphones, bootleg, like, the whole camera in front of a TV screen.
I watched it on YouTube as well.
And I remember my first time watching it, I really enjoyed it. Like, I was surprised by how funny it was. Like, you know...
Song.
Huh?
The cafeteria song.
Don't worry, we'll get to that.
You don't get to talk about it, though.
Why?
It's your musician. You'll be biased.
Bitch, you serious?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I am.
So I'm not going to be allowed to talk about what is, let's be honest, the best part of the whole movie.
Yep. Same with Rainbow Rocks, bro.
Oh, you're completely straight on that one.
We're just gonna put your hat on like a stand, and then that'll be you. The hat's cool. You can.
I should make a picture of that.
You should.
So
That should be your new OC pick. Just the hat on a stand. I like it. Won't recognize you without it, anyways.
why you gotta be so rude?
Hey, I'm just telling you, Chef Sandy didn't even recognize you without that.
Neither did Hannah Kay.
Yeah.
That's what was so funny. I sat right next to her, and it took her 15 minutes to be like, "Oh my god, it's Dewie!" It's like, yes. That was.
It was
Not
funny.
just the hat, you know.
You say it's funny, but then you have a single tear rolling down your cheek.
No, at that point, I was like, wow, I could really pull this off. Like, I could slip by people if I need to. So, back to Equestria Girls. Would you say that out of all four, this is the most not disliked, but the least favorite amongst
It's
people?
usually at the bottom of everyone's list.
Mhm.
Is that at the bottom of your list?
Yeah.
Same here.
Tibor?
Is it?
I don't know.
That's why we asked.
I was asking myself.
You're voted off the island again.
I can't.
Again. James.
Yeah. You have a soda now.
No.
Yeah, I would say this is at the bottom.
Okay. Because this is
You,
one...
Dewie?
Huh?
What about you?
I'd say so too. I really do enjoy this one. It was good. It was really I think I kind of see this as the same way as I saw the MLP trailer from last week, whereas there's not really a whole lot that I want to give opinions on until I see like footage of it. Like, yeah, it's one thing to see these character models and make the Brad jokes all day and night, which I still love. 4 years.
Love you, Brad.
4 years later, I still cannot get enough of them just calling Flash Sentry Brad.
Vincent Tong calls him Brad.
I know, isn't it great?
Like, he still calls him Brad.
Well, Vincent is a wonderful man.
I want to hear Vincent say, "Who the hell is Flash Sentry?" But yeah, like my first time watching, I was laughing my ass off in the back of the car, and everyone kept looking back, like, "What is he doing?" It's like, "Oh, he's watching a video."
He's watching ponies.
He's watching ponies.
Half ponies.
What's funny about that is that's the same trip where because we were coming back on that Sunday. I was driving back. We were in Houston as the first Fiesta Equestria was happening, and I couldn't go to it.
Oh, damn.
I know, I was so upset because it's like, no, it's right over there.
Right over yonder.
It was right over yonder, but no, I had to go back from
At
Destin.
least you didn't wander over yonder.
Ha
That's a
ha!
good show.
It is a good show.
Damn you, Disney, for taking away from us. Not joking, they did.
I know. Let's see. So, I have heard people say that out of all the Equestria Girls movies, this is the funniest one.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I have to give it to the second one for that.
I don't know.
But no, I wouldn't say that this is the funniest.
No?
I really liked Everfree. I thought that one was funnier, personally.
I gotta watch it again. That's the problem. Let me think. I remember there were a lot of parts in this that I thought were genuinely funny. I remember like just seeing the really crappy YouTube knockoff.
Oh yeah.
Because if you look at it, it's YouTube's old format.
Yeah.
Like back whenever the progression bar was that little circle.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, that's old school. And also, I love the when I think of like the humor in Equestria Girls, for some reason, the first scene that comes to my mind is Sunset Shimmer trying to make the mudslinging campaign for Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is this the kind of school president you want?
Rob Schneider is Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way.
She's about to find out that being first off, what the hell was it again? I'll admit it's been a while. The fall formal princess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All I can really tell you is my one major criticism is not
what I think
Sunset. It's the fact that they had to reintroduce the main six.
But Sunset broke them apart.
You know what? What honestly bugged me in the beginning. Now I don't care anymore. But at the time, I was kind of hoping that they would do this. Was they would actually have different names? Like,
yeah,
I wanted like just slightly subtle changes in the names that would have said, okay, that's totally Rainbow Dash, or that's totally Fluttershy.
That's Dash Rainbow.
Or if you want to go ahead and make the joke, oh, that's Blylight Sparkle. Blylight Sparkle and Blapplejack.
But they have to be black.
And Blinky Pie.
She'd have to be black as
Blinky Pie. But yeah, it's just like I thought that would have been really cool. Again, that's just me. I thought it would have been cool if there was like subtle name changes, even if it is painfully obvious who they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, it was.
Why?
But still, I just wasn't a fan. They had to reintroduce them, and it was over something just so stupid as not talking to each other.
Yeah, because of what Sunset did. Just, hey, she said something bad about you.
Man, that girl's a bitch.
Yeah. And also, let's just get out of the way. Up until the day, Sunset was the worst villain.
Well, what's funny about that is it really is like not the movie as a whole, but that specific part that you mentioned of they're just they don't like each other because they're not talking to each other. Man, that is some. Looking back on it, ain't that some just petty high school bullshit drama?
They were in high school.
I know.
It
It's
fits
just
the mold.
That's the problem. It fits the mold too well.
Just become self-aware.
We have to kill it.
Oh no.
It's sentient now.
Yeah.
But again, it was also just really, really weird because this has been the first time we've ever heard Applejack say, "I got your text." That took a bit of time to get used to. It's like, oh my god, they really are high school teenagers now.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the best way to describe this movie. This is just kind of their all right. This is the introduction for all right. God, I'm trying to think of how to say this.
They didn't put their A game in this one.
I don't think it was that. It was just
Or save their best material for later.
It's not. It doesn't have to do with that. It was like getting you prepared for. Okay.
I don't think it was really that, Tibbs. Is they didn't have a choice. They had to reintroduce the characters because this was a special little movie, and new fans could see this, and new fans could buy the toys.
True, because it's just simple.
That's why they always do that with Spider-Man and do an origin story whenever Sony renews a contract.
So they can sell toys.
That's one of their big selling points is toys.
Okay.
Here's
why Young Justice didn't get season 3 back in the day. Didn't sell enough toys.
Here's an interesting. Just to take a super quick break from Equestria Girls and talk about the MLP movie. Here's an interesting little theory that I'm going to pose out now. Is the way that movie is going to go, they are not going to do that. They're not going to reintroduce the main six.
Oh no.
Well, they're not.
You don't think they will?
No, because you also got to remember times have changed since 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, by about 4 years.
I know, but
your
a lot
math
of companies
is amazing.
are realizing
I know that you don't need origin stories anymore.
Yeah.
The way they're going to reintroduce the main six in the movie is, oh, hey, Twilight. Oh, hey, Rarity.
I was thinking.
And reintroduce them.
I was thinking more like a Phoenix Wright, the way they do in Phoenix Wright, where it's just like, I'm Twilight Sparkle, and blah 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 blah, and then they move over. This is Applejack, blah 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 blah. Because like
reintroducing the characters to a new character.
Yeah.
Because Phoenix, in the beginning of the games, Phoenix would always introduce himself in his inner monologue.
Yeah, my name is Phoenix Wright. I'm an attorney.
And he would do that for Maya. He would do that for.
He'd do it for every game. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
Don't forget Apollo.
Who?
Oh, you're dead, Mr. MVP of Spirit of Justice.
Yeah.
We still need to do the Infomies episode.
We do. So, I'm actually going to side with JWhoof on this. I think, I don't want to treat it as a get it out of the way now, but just kind of like it'd be a lot quicker, it'd be subtle, but it would be effective, is what he said. Not outright coming, oh, hey, Twilight, hey, Rarity, hey, Rainbow Dash, hi, Fluttershy, hey, Applejack. No. But it's like they will find a way to just introduce him.
Honestly, it's knowing Twilight, it's going to be something where movie opens up and she's going to recount things that have happened and be like, oh yeah, that's my friend Applejack. Show a picture of Applejack or something like that. Her doing something.
They could. Again, so long as they do it well, I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know.
Will we get an introduction of O'Brien now?
No, he died.
We don't get an introduction. We get an outro of him.
First on-screen character death of My Little Pony.
It's true.
O'Brien, no.
Good night, sweet There's your...
What?
There's your flaming canoe. Arms crossed going down the river.
It's just deflated. Anyways, as he was getting to, before Sunny Bunny or whatever the hell he calls that one bacon.
It's not I. It's basically everybody.
Bunny.
Yeah.
You're the only person I've ever heard
I'm sorry.
You don't go.
her plans are just incredibly stupid.
At least mine was cute, alright? The one that they gave her at that mirror.
She was taller.
She wasn't cute as a
Sunshim.
demon.
Sunshim, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
She was not cute as a
Sunny,
demon at all.
Sunny Buddy.
No, I mean the
one that
nickname.
Rainbow Dash
No,
gave him
no.
during this special.
The nickname that they gave him at the special.
Sunshim.
I know. I'm back.
But-
I'm back.
Yeah. Just the way that she handled her master plan was just...
Very... Well, there were...
Me and Clayne were talking about one time. She was very much in the mindset of a high schooler.
Yeah. Which...
Makes sense.
No. I mean, that does work in the movie's favor. That's a good thing, because that's what they are.
Yeah.
But damn, just get the damn crown, put it on your head. Mission complete.
I love the, whenever we introduced Celestia, who has really tall legs.
I remember
And
everybody
very
was
thick
just like,
lips.
wow, she's really tall.
Yeah, exactly.
What about me? What?
What?
Sorry. What?
What the hell?
I heard tips.
What?
What did you say?
I said thick lips.
I heard tips.
Alright then. I think we could call this an episode.
Well, good night, everybody.
Man, we are not on the same page here.
That was
So, anyways,
awesome.
no, wow,
I'm on this page. You're on a completely different book.
that's not even an outtake. Holy hell. Okay, so no. What I'm referring to is when we are introducing Celestia, and she's explaining about the fall formal and whatnot, and we have the pictures of Sunset winning it every year, and the pictures are getting more and more progressive. Like,
That's awesome.
That was off. Yeah.
I would love it if, like, on that last one when she's got her arms out and doing that evil if there's, like, fire burning in the background.
No, that was the next year had she won this year.
That's true. Because this is the year she did awaken her demon army.
Yeah?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Teenage.
No, it's a zombie army. There's only two of them turned into demons.
That's true.
And they don't matter.
It's true.
Yeah.
Boy. Oh,
Except for one of them. He's good at catching balls.
you know what? This is how you know Sunset was such an villain. Her henchmen were Snips and
Wow,
Snails.
what a posse.
Now, where's Puppy Dog Tails?
To be fair, that was also Trixie's posse for a while.
Yeah.
What?
No?
What?
Magic Duel.
Yeah, but we're talking about Equestria Girls.
I know.
And before Magic Duel, when she first showed up,
That she didn't ask for them.
She did in the third one. They pulled her carriage for her.
Yeah, she
Because she
made
doesn't
them
trust
because she was
wheels.
pissed off at them.
Yeah. She was
doesn't
pissed off at them in Equestria Girls. They
Because
can
she
still
doesn't
be a
believe in
posse.
wheels.
Not only that, you don't have to ask people to be in your posse. They usually just join.
How do you mean, JWhoof?
Yeah, you guys always join me everywhere.
Shut up. Shut up. I'll hurt your feelings.
Do it.
I'll hurt your phone.
Oh.
I'm about to say, I think that one's a little more. This one's a little more meaningful to him. But yeah, I do think that was kind of funny how Sunset was always getting. Snips and Snails were always getting on her nerves, but she still used them.
Mm-hmm.
Like during the.
Because you use idiots while you can.
Oh yeah.
They're expendable.
Extreme. Oh, I remember. I think the first time during this movie where I literally was like, "Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense." Was
the photoshopping?
that's not what I was gonna refer to, but
Yeah.
that's also a good point. It's like that is the most perfect Photoshop job I've ever seen. There is no way a high school teenager
They
who has those kind of anger issues is gonna be that good at
fooled
Photoshop.
Celestia and Luna.
Well,
Yeah, because they're fucking idiots.
But the thing is, they did it in the most perplexing way ever.
Oh yeah.
Took pictures, printed them physically, cut out them perfectly, mind you,
perfectly.
and then
Exacto
copied
knife.
them into another picture.
Doesn't that seem like just the long way around? This is
That
the age of
honestly
just
seems
upload
like
it.
something you do in the 80s to 90s.
yeah.
They have
Just upload
computers.
Yeah, upload them to the damn
Photoshop.
You can easily take out the
This is
the picture.
2013. Photoshop was around at that time, so.
Good lord.
It took Brad to come in and set the record straight.
Yeah, of
Why
all
did
people,
they burn the evidence?
you left the evidence near the trash can.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
Oh.
that's funny. Also,
it just shows how conceited she was. She didn't think she'd get caught.
well, the other
the
thing I
end.
remember, what I was gonna refer to was whenever they do the song "Time to Come Together," which is a good song. It's whenever they're whenever Sunset, she gets done trashing the gymnasium's like, oh no, we're not gonna have the full formal, and there's like, no, hold on, guys, if we work together with the power of friendship, we can clean this up. So they do that montage song, clean it up, everything's Gucci again, and then Sunset is in the broom closet with Snips and Snails for some reason wearing football helmets, or at least
They
there's
have to protect their delicate heads.
or at least there was a football helmet in the broom closet, but she's like, all right, this is all going according to plan. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
No,
make them do
no.
the work.
No, she said that she was telling Simpsons that they're lucky that they were able to fix the fall formal. Because had they canceled it, then she wouldn't have been able to get the crown.
But didn't she do that to stop the fall formal? Is what I'm. Is like that's where my confusion in this is.
No, I think she wanted them to mess it up the thing so that they could blame it on Twilight.
No, this was after that was done though. After that whole Photoshop fiasco that started and ended in 30 seconds, or at least it felt like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah.
This was later on in the movie. The gymnasium gets trashed and it's like, oh no, now we can't have the fall formal, but let's friendship the hell out of this. Now we can have the fall formal, to which Sunset's in the broom closet like, yes, now we can have the fall formal. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like,
Do you see it?
for
What does
real,
it mean?
are you with me on this?
I do, yeah.
Okay, it's like,
Point is, it made no sense.
that's like, God,
And then the end just.
that's like me trying to bar a door shut, and then you break the door open and it was like, excellent, according to plan. It's like,
Hey,
God.
you need that new door.
And also in the end.
Yeah, we saw how easily it was for her to transform to that demon. She just has to put it
Well,
on.
first off, after she lost, she just grabbed a sledgehammer and was about to smash the statue. But then it was like, wouldn't this sledgehammer go through?
That's why she didn't do it.
well, it was a bluff.
Yeah.
It was a total bluff.
And she's like, oh yeah.
Well, no, that's
She
a.
just went in like, fuck
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab
Well,
it.
no, that's one of the parts that I actually really did like as far as Sunset goes. Is that was absolutely a bluff. It's not an interpretation. It's like I thought it was. No, it definitely was. Because it's like that is straight up calling it. To which she's like, all right, fine.
Honestly,
But
what I
Twilight was-
personally like to think for that is that
The animators had gone to that point, didn't read the script. They're like, oh, fuck. They're like, okay, we'll make it into a bluff. That'll work.
I mean, Twilight. It seemed like Twilight thought that plan would have worked had she had thrown that sledgehammer.
Yeah, because Twilight's an idiot.
Well, no, she's just new here. She's very, very new here.
She's new to the whole friendship thing.
Well, at least in high school.
Mm-hmm.
High school. Does that mean they get younger as they go through the?
I don't know. I
There,
don't.
they had 2 different models, man. Didn't you see DWK's review?
Don't call it a review. He's gonna get pissed at us.
That would make him
as long as analyst. Not call him an analyst.
He also doesn't like being called a reviewer.
Too bad. He's a fucking reviewer.
He's a recapper.
Which is also a review.
But it's not.
You have to review it.
No,
to
it's
recap it.
it's recap.
Isn't it
Recapping
funny
is
how
telling.
review starts with an RE and recap starts with an RE.
Well, now you're just talking like a conspirator.
And so, by that logic, DWK is a lizard man.
I was gonna say, well, now the evidence is everywhere that Half-Life 3 is confirmed, but yeah.
No, that'll never be confirmed.
No.
Daniel's afraid of 3.
He can't count to 3.
So, did we have that same kind of reaction the first time we saw Sunset turn into a she-demon out of absolutely nowhere?
I was just like, ew.
Ew.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'll be
joking.
honest, I wasn't a fan of it.
I
Yeah.
hate that design
I hate
so
it.
much.
It's not great, but it's just, I was so caught up in the shock of it, like, holy shit,
Yeah.
she's a she-demon!
It's like, oh my.
Yeah,
And like, I like how they actually refer to it as a she-demon in the next movie.
Oh yeah, like,
yeah.
that is true.
Like,
That's
I
what
turned
she
into a
was.
raging she-demon.
And it was like, yeah, and it was just funny because it was like, oh yes, now I've got this army of zombie teenagers. That's gonna go over well.
Good. Oh, okay.
Great plan.
Top cat.
Top cat.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was just a lot of it just seems so out of the blue with that. I mean, yeah, as we know, Sunset's way better now, but that was not her. Oh, something else I wanted to mention in this movie, in the very beginning, was the intro.
Oh, yeah.
The remixed intro was really nice, actually. I like that.
I don't remember it at all.
It was the main theme remixed.
Oh.
I liked it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. As the main credits are rolling and whatnot. Hold on. But yeah, fun little remix of the main theme that we all know, even though it was just, with a couple of exceptions, it was just My Little Pony over and over and doing different things to it.
Yes.
I think they also got in the I used to wonder what friendship could be then until you all shared its magic with me every now and then, but
Yes.
I like the style of the animation cards as they're introducing, hey, Ashley Ball is still Applejack and Rainbow Dash.
Yay.
Tara
Oh,
Strong
yeah.
is still Twilight Sparkle.
I can't watch this anymore. I expected better voices, damn it.
Whenever I first came into this, I did think it was going to be like human from start to finish. I wasn't prepared that there was going to be a pony intro, which I really liked.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. Whenever they were at the Crystal Empire.
Yes.
And Sunset Shimmer tried to do her little breaking and entering.
Yeah.
She didn't try to. She broke in.
Tatis-
and
She almost got away with it.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Well, she did get away with it. She
And that spike, too.
I mean, without getting caught.
Oh. Yeah, and then we learned, you got this magical mirror in the storeroom. Cool.
Yeah, I forgot I had that.
It's like, oh damn, look at that.
I still like it was a very the whole explanation of, oh no, we can't have two of you in the world. It'll upset the balance.
Even though there's 2 of her in the world. And
Yeah, Twilight goes through and there's 2 of them.
Yeah, which, I'm sorry, going back to the 3rd special real quick, whenever Starlight's like, or Sunset, sorry, Sunset's like, yeah, I don't think we'll meet the other version of you. Bitch, Twilight met other Twilight at
Let's
the end
say,
of the 3rd movie.
It's not even that. It's just, you realize it's Murphy's Law. Saying that is gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
What if that's the Starlight that drops her ice cream cone and it is vanilla?
Oh, God.
Exactly.
That poor woman.
May God have mercy on her.
Uh-huh. Y'all don't think about things. Don't think about this. That's serious business. So, back to the movie.
We were talking about a movie.
Yes, Trixie. Oh yeah, it was this movie. Yeah, it was. Trixie got a funny little cameo in it.
Yes.
Peanut butter crackers.
Trixie, speaking of which, I actually have something to show you that you are going to judge me very severely for.
Good.
And I will leave the recording on. Don't worry.
I'm thinking if there's anything else that we left out.
We
in this
probably
first one.
did.
No, there probably isn't, because...
So this bookshelf has turned into like my little place for all of my pony memorabilia and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
Tell me something, Trixie. Do you recognize that?
I do.
It's an autograph button,
No. It is an unopened box of peanut butter crackers that packet that you gave me at Brony Fanfare.
Are you?
I'm dead serious. It is not opened.
What year? 2012?
2013.
Oh my god.
That is, yeah, these are 4-year-old peanut butter crackers.
This must be so stale.
That's why they are never being opened. No, dude, they've been in the package the whole time. They're probably great!
Let's eat them now.
All right, I totally won't get sick. But yeah, Trixie here did a Trixie cosplay, and he was handing out peanut butter crackers. So I kept that as memorabilia.
I don't know why.
I don't either, but it's one of those, I'm fully aware of how weird it is, but I've had it for so long, I don't have a reason to get rid of it. It's just kind of in there.
Fair enough.
Like, if I ever make a pony time capsule, that'll be 50 years old.
Oh,
That will still have the peanut butter crackers in it. And it'll still look just as good as it was whenever you hand it. Did you just run to the store, like, right before then?
I think so. I think I went to a Walmart for that.
In Austin?
It was either that or before we left the trip.
That's funny.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I've had it ever since. Because I know how much you love that part. Need some peanut butter crackers.
It's the best part of the movie.
In her defense, peanut butter crackers are very good.
It's the best part of the movie.
Sure. Keep telling yourself
Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's really much more to say about this one, because we already hit the major points.
I think so.
Oh,
Well, actually, no, there was
there
one point.
probably something we have not mentioned that we're both thinking about. The cafeteria song.
No, you don't get to talk about that. We already discussed that.
That's not
Hey,
true
was
at
gonna
all.
wait,
talk
J-Thor, do you know what we haven't talked about yet?
Hmm.
The cafeteria song.
You're right, Tibbs.
Yeah.
Thank
Trixie, I'm
you.
gonna deck you.
I mean, I mean, honestly, that's what's the most memorable out of the whole movie.
Well, no, that's what everybody says.
Dude, like, anyone who, like, people can say what they want, like, oh, I hated the movie. Everyone loved this.
I get requests to play that song all the time when we go to, like, because no one else remember. It's kind of disappointing. Nobody else remembers any of the other songs from that, and they were good. Strange
There are
New
other
World.
This is our big night?
Not so much that one.
Well, I know that's one of the songs.
I did not really care for that one. It was very, very
Typical?
stereotypical.
Yeah.
But I did like Strange New World. I really did like Time to Come Together. Obviously, Cafeteria song is the best. The end credit song, A Friend for Life. Trixie, wasn't that your favorite for a while?
It's up there. I really like that one.
It is really good. Friend for Life.
Yeah.
God, were there any others?
You'll get to see later.
No.
The scene I was going to talk about is whenever Sunset's actually crying, because that got me.
Huh?
Yeah.
When she's in the crater?
Oh, yeah.
After she gets blasted by that rainbow.
I forget who, but somebody edited that part. It was so funny. It was
Yeah.
Sunset crying is like, can you ever? No. And she's next scene is she's on the moon.
Oh, Jesus.
I was thinking of the anthologies where she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, no," and then you just see the newspaper Sunset in jail.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
From the anthologies movie.
Yes, it was the. Oh, God bless
Oh,
the.
Another one that
These
I've
are
seen.
actually going to see an anthology live for once.
Number 6, baby.
Oh,
Oh my God.
another thing.
Trixie, we won't go because people like to clap and make
If you're gonna be that salty about it, whatever.
I know another thing that they do, especially when I see it on the internet, is like they took that Sunset like crying and then put it next to eggs. It's
Yeah,
like-
what is up with that?
because she's bacon hair.
Yeah.
Bacon and eggs.
Yes.
That's stupid.
You're an idiot for not realizing that.
I'm sorry, I don't think about bacon all the time.
Okay, he's not a big fan, so.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I'm a big Rush fan, but I don't think about Rush all the time.
Liar.
Liar. Yeah, I got you on that one. What are you doing?
Shut up.
But,
Don't let him see.
yeah,
You will get to see later.
I have a very bad feeling about.
I'll send it in the group text.
I was like,
I have a very-
this could be interesting. Like, when I saw her, I was like, there's could be something there. Could be. But
Shut it.
Damn it! Son of a bitch!
Oh well. I'm pretty much done with
I
it.
saw
Don't worry.
something.
I'm pretty much done with it.
Are you gonna send it in the group text
Yeah,
before
you
this?
just said that.
Will you let me finish, Mom? Before
No.
this episode ends.
No.
Maybe.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Trixie, just send it to me.
No. No, no, no,
Send it
no.
to me before it ends.
No. I don't like where this is going. Okay.
Anyways, I
So,
think we're good and done with this.
hold on. We do want to talk about the cafeteria song.
we just did.
No, we didn't.
It's a
We were
good
talking
song.
about your crying.
It's a good
Your crying
song.
sunset shimmer.
But before that, we were talking about how good the song was.
Briefly, there was something I was going to mention about it. Going back to what DWK said about it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. It's like, that is, what are you doing?
You're getting it.
I'm so scared.
I'm so happy.
No, I'm not
I'm
happy.
extremely
I'm not
worried.
happy.
You should be.
Oh, God.
What, you can't see it?
No.
Yeah. I
What?
can.
Yay! I love it! I love it. That's actually really nice. I think you got the perfect, yeah, you got the perfect Starlight Glimmer. Yay! Our dreams do come true!
Thank you so much.
Hold on, I'm gonna timestamp this.
But,
Hold on.
yeah.
Yay!
I think it was.
Hooray
it was in
again.
that. It was in that Wine Time video
Yeah.
where DWK was like, "Yeah," and he said like, "Oh, I didn't like the models when I first saw it, but then I saw the cafeteria song."
He didn't
first
give a
time."
shit.
And I was like, "That's what brought me back into liking Equestria Girls."
Well, I think that, like, what I wanted to touch on is that's just what this show is about in general, is just having fun like that. And that's the thing, that's like the thing this movie has the most going for, is even if you do not care for it, everyone agrees that scene is wonderful.
Oh yeah, totally.
Great, and it's a fun song to play, it's a fun song to hear. I mean,
Now you're
we've
just being biased.
we've seen groups of bronies start that clip. It did not. Okay, cool.
It sounds too reminiscent of another song I'm not a fan of.
Hey, buddy. You're a young boy.
You hate that song too.
I'm pretty tired of it, yes. Nowhere near as much as Bohemian Rhapsody, but yes.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, that song is
Hey,
fantastic.
everybody. We got something to say. We may seem a different. What?
I was just looking for some of this.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you actually made that. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had a bad feeling about it.
I did have a bad feeling. I have a bad...
I think we should go ahead and end the review.
Sure. Final thoughts on the thing as a whole?
I loved it at first, and watching it again, it's alright.
Yeah, I would say it's okay.
It's a good introduction. Like,
Yeah.
I give it a 5 out of 10. Too much water.
What?
God.
Trixie
Alright,
gets it.
IGN.
Yeah.
Good. Oh.
Now you.
There you go.
I think I get it.
Yes.
So yeah, I liked it. It is one of those things where it's better the first time you watch it.
That's how a lot of things are, to be perfectly honest.
Honestly, I'm the opposite. A lot of times, I'm that way the most time with like songs, is hearing it for the first time is good, but it will grow on me over time. And that's been the way with pony episodes as well. So I'm actually the opposite. But not so much this case. It was really good the first time, and then after that, I can like if we were to watch it right now, I would enjoy it. I can say that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty good one. There's much better ones later, but
Yeah, the next one we're about to review will be best.
Oh,
yay!
boy.
Yay!
Strap in, folks.
Until next time.
Wait,
What?
No, we still have a discussion.
yeah.
Oh yeah. What was our discussion?
Jay Thorpe,
Okay, so the discussion was.
you can describe it the best, so you go for it.
Oh, because I came up with it.
I know.
How do you want about Tibbs?
I asked what was the discussion, and then Trixie said, "What's the discussion?"
He laughed at you, Jay Thorpe. Beat him up.
I'm gonna beat you up.
He disrespected the shit.
How?
Hey, Jake.
Disrespected me.
But I
Hey, Jake,
made
what's
that
the
picture.
discussion?
Discussion is, so I was thinking about while I was at work one night, and I was wondering if Shimmy Sham and Glimmy Glam were switched, where our beloved Shimmy Sham. Am I saying that right? I don't know. I'm tired. Anyway, Starlight. If she was the first villain in Equestria Girls and replaced Sunset, and Sunset was replaced over into the My Little Pony world, like how our Starlight is.
So Sunset would be the one going to make the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would the popularity still be the same?
Hmm.
Or would it be vastly different because of the two voice actresses and their takes on it?
So, okay. So, are you saying that Kelly Sheridan would play Sunset?
No, I'm saying like
No.
it's Starlight in the role of Sunset. Like they're completely swapped. It's Starlight
They don't have
that
the same
steals the
affliction.
crown.
Okay.
And all that.
Well,
Personally, I think it'd be very different.
I think so too.
How so?
Because, no offense to Rebecca, but she sometimes doesn't sound like she's having fun voicing Sunset.
don't think so.
No, because, like, a lot of times she's having to play a very reserved kind of character.
Yeah,
Except for the first movie where she kind of got to ham it up.
she did.
But you can tell that Kelly's having a lot more fun playing her character.
Well,
At least to me.
no. As far as Kelly, like I don't know so much about the Rebecca comment, but as far as Kelly goes,
How many times have you watched an episode with Starlight and not thought, man, Kelly must have had fun with this?
every Starlight episode ever, she's having a field day with it.
Exactly. Now, can you say the same with Sunset Shimmer?
I don't know, honestly.
It's
from what I
hard
know
to
of
tell
voice
because of the
acting,
character.
and from what I can tell, it sounds like she's not having the best time.
Well,
I
again-
could be completely wrong. It's just an assumption on my part.
Okay.
Again, it throws it off because of the character. You could tell that Starlight is more of like the energetic. And
Oh god, I
more-
forgot about that picture.
I think I can kind of see where you're going with this because it's a fandom. It's agreed throughout the majority of the fandom that Sunset was not a very good villain in the first one. Do you think that if Kelly was put in that same role, given
Would
the
she-
same,
even going through the stupid she demon thing, do you think she would have been accepted better?
maybe?
Honestly, I think she would.
Well,
Because you gotta remember, the image of a character is great and all, it's the voice that makes them.
That's true.
Good point.
You can have, like, the coolest looking character ever. If they have a crappy voice, you're not gonna like them.
Because it
this
is.
super badass
Yeah.
looking motorcycle toting dude who's got like double barrel shotguns on his back, and as soon as he speaks, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
It kind of totally throws you off of like what
Hey
you're
there.
seeing.
Like a sunburn.
Like, honestly, I think that it would be completely different.
Okay.
I think that if it was Starlight in that role, Starlight would be the much more popular out of her and Sunset.
Now,
Even with being such a crappy
Now, would they
villain.
have their backstories reversed? Like
Yeah,
Starlight.
like literally, you're switching the characters. You're copying and pasting.
Starlight was the student of Celestia, got
Yeah.
jealous, and went to go to high school.
I think so. I think it would be vastly different, and I think honestly, the popularity of the two would be switched.
Well, now, let's be fair about this. We also got to address the other part. We talked about Starlight at Camelot High. What about Sunset at the Village? How do you think Rebecca and Sunset would be doing as that? How different do you think that part would be? Like
No
what?
offense,
Better question. What would be different?
Honestly, I'd say like the whole take on it. No offense to Rebecca, I'm sure she's an amazing voice actress, but from what I've seen of her, I'm not sure she could do the whole "be quiet" tee-hee kind of thing that Kelly signs on all of her autographs.
Yeah.
I can't confirm this. That's how she signed my stuff.
That's how she.
Quiet! Tee.
Yeah, I don't know if Rebecca could do that. I could be completely wrong.
As in, give that performance or have like a.
Give that kind of performance with how she's all sweet and she goes quiet.
Well, okay, so that's something that Kelly absolutely had going for her. Is Starlight in that premiere was incredibly intimidating, in all
Yeah.
like in the incredibly uncomfortable way, like that subtle kind of.
I think it has to do with the colors too on her. Because no offense, I can't really see a yellow and bacon hair horse being that intimidating.
You're saying no. You're saying no offense a lot with this.
I'm just saying. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people that disagree with me. I'm telling them no offense.
That's fair. It's just, and that's the thing. And I'm going off of Starlight with her old main style, what is referred to as the mop main. She looks way more like a villain as opposed to Sunset, who, when she went from villain to good guy, she didn't really. Her pony form didn't change. She wore something different.
Yeah.
Which she wore that blue dress that's with it, which looks good. But no, I can see that with this. That's one of the things I like.
We also have a lot of bias with this too, so it's not. We can't really give an unbiased answer. So we've seen a lot more Starlight.
We have, but also something Starlight's got going for her is, from the beginning, whenever she was evil to how she is now reformed. Yeah, it's mainly just a change of the main, but she looks very different.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty distinct change in Maine.
I really didn't see the difference. I'd have to go back and see season 5 again
Mm-hmm.
to really notice the difference.
It's pretty, like, especially if you do it, like, side by side, it's pretty surprising. I'm not saying it's, like, mind-blowingly staggering, but
especially since, like, with Starlight in the previous main, she's, like, usually smirking, like, evilly, as opposed to her just, like, smiling to me.
Like a genuine sweet smile.
So that helps distinguish it between the two.
Mm-hmm. Again,
Versions, I guess.
Large part of why I love her so much, because you get both versions, and both versions kick so much ass.
Mm-hmm.
No, I see that though, but so you don't think? So I will say this: Rebecca, while Kelly is arguably my favorite person on the show because she's awesome, Rebecca is still very much my favorite singing voice on the show.
Oh yeah, she does a great job.
Adore her Twilight singing voice, but
still be different enough to have a Sunset singing voice.
Well, that's my point. Is how can you imagine a song like "In Our Town" or "Your Friends Are Always There for You" if sung by Sunset?
I can't.
It's hard.
Yeah. Well, I'm just imagining like how Sunset would have delivered that quiet and stuff like that, like line, and just.
I like how JWhoof actually said Sunset is a very reserved character.
Yeah, and it's just I think.
Oh yeah, you saw it just in the special. Like she's always worried.
She's always. And when she's
That's
not.
a character trait of her she can't get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's also when she has her moments of chill too.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little too much chill for what would be necessary in that village for that kind of role.
Mm-hmm.
So that is interesting. Let's see. Also, here's something that I wanted to ask you about this, since this was your subject. Do you consider this? It's kind of going the long way around, but do you consider this like a pro Starlight argument? Because what you're saying is this kind of goes back to that topic we had about.
Yeah, you could certainly cast a die in that area.
That's kind of what I was getting at with, like, I was kind of tossing around. I was like, was that intentional or not? Because I definitely get that kind of vibe off of it. Trust me, I'm not complaining. It's pro Starlight, but it's not anti Sunset, and that's it's what makes me happy. It's just what would
Because I think Kelly has better voice acting chops than
I just
Rebecca
think
right now, because we mostly hear her sing. she doesn't really get to say that much outside some movies and some specials.
Let me counter that. Let me counter that. It's not that I think Kelly is a better voice actress. The quality of your talent doesn't really play a part in this. But I will say this, and I think this is pretty undisputed. When you're comparing Rebecca Soche to Kelly Sheridan is way more invested in this. Because, and this ties back to what we've mentioned about her before. She has watched every episode of this show. She is involved with it like we are. When, like, Rebecca, as much as I love her, she doesn't, as far as I know, she doesn't live tweet whenever new episodes or new Equestria Girls specials drop. Kelly is on that. Whenever A Heartwarming Tale came out last year, she could not stop talking about it. Talking about how much fun it was, how great it was for her and stuff like that.
You don't hear that from the other voice actresses.
You hear it from some of them, but Kelly is the number one example. Again, remember that story I told you? I can't confirm the convention, but whenever her panel finished 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, for those who don't know, I can't confirm what pony convention it was, but Kelly Sheridan was invited as like the main guest to one of them, and she had a Q&A panel, which apparently they finished 15 minutes earlier than what was expected. Like, they ran out of questions. And she's just kind of sitting there and is like, so what do we do? And instead of wanting to just pack up and go early, she just looked at the crowd and was like, you guys want to do some Mad Libs? Which they did. She pulled her phone out and they started doing Mad Libs. And that's just, it's silly and it's funny, but that speaks a lot to me. It's not just like, I only want to be here as long as I have to be. What's that? We're finished? We're finished.
Most voice actors and actresses would take the opportunity to be like, oh, sweet, I got out early.
A lot of them would, yes. I'm not going to say like every other person would, but a lot of them would. But
I know, that's why I said
yeah.
A lot of them would.
It's just, Kelly is a great example of those that if you asked her, I can almost guarantee you it's not, she wouldn't look at it as she has to be there. She gets to be there.
Yeah, it's a paid vacation for her. She gets to have fun.
And you see that constantly, whether she be a good guy or a bad guy, she is having a blast with this character. Mm-hmm. And that's why I love Starlight so much. She's great. But yeah, this just turned out to be a pretty interesting topic with it. Mm-hmm. Not saying Sunset's bad.
No, just again, we've had more experience with Starlight.
And that's just because, and not to jump in, I think it's just mostly because Sunset, when we were with the Equestria Girls, we have to wait a year or so for new content, whereas with Starlight, we're getting like
every several episodes.
Yeah.
And I think it's also because Rebecca hasn't gotten to play a character quite like Starlight, who's clearly having fun, even when she's being kind of reserved.
Yeah.
It's like, look at...
Starlight's more energetic than Sunset.
I wanted to say Two Best Sisters play a royal problem.
Wow.
And even though she was being reserved, she still had fun with, I'm going to be quiet now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, Starlight was fantastic in that. And that's the thing is, I think JWhoof was with me on this. I would love to be wrong about that. I would love to think that if, suddenly we Freaky Friday'd this and Sunset, like if we got to see what the cutie map would be like, if it was Sunset coming through that door and being like, welcome, as opposed to Starlight, I would love to be proven wrong and say she'd knock it out of the park. I'd love to see her do just as good, if not better. I'd love to see how Rebecca Soche sings in our town.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty sweet, actually.
Right?
Or say goodbye to the holiday.
Huh?
If she's like Starlight.
Oh yeah, say goodbye to the
then
holiday.
she gets
yes!
Heartwarming
Yes!
or Heartwarming Tale.
No offense, I wouldn't change that one at all. Starlight has a wonderful singing voice.
That's something I didn't really think about it until I started to really know about Kelly. But yeah, she's phenomenal with this role, but damn, she's a good singer too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair.
It's not.
Anyways, I think this is a good point where we end it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's another one of those that we can go on for, honestly.
So yeah, overall, really liked Mirror Magic despite stupid villain. Really liked the first Equestria Girls movie, but the others are way better. And yeah, interesting little topic. Mm-hmm. So until the next episode, I'm Do the Daring Do.
I'm Trixie.
I'm Tibor.
And I'm JWhoof.
Good.
The star of the show.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.